All right, you all, it's Orshi here, your Ayurvedic health counselor from Wellness Wave Creations. Welcome to this space here on YouTube or on my Facebook business page of the same name, Wellness Wave Creations, as we're here to create a lot of waves and ripples in wellness and health. Welcome you into this space, and today my thoughts are about how you take charge, and it is your responsibility to integrate it all. So, in Ayurvedic medicine, we understand that there are some primordial causes of disease, one of which is the failure of the intellect. Have you known that? So, I'm sure that you have noticed that many of us know exactly what to do. Exactly, we know, we're aware what the right thing it is to actually be like. Is it the best thing for me to go and exercise? We know that. We know that hydration is important. We know that. We know that the proper diet for us is important, and we understand that. We have got so much information coming in that tells us exactly what the right ways are to be. We understand about body, mind, soul correlation for a long time. For many decades. So many people have spent their entire lifetime, and that's called the Dharma, a mission, a purpose in their life to educate the collective consciousness, the whole world, the entire population, millions and millions of people about body, mind, soul correlation. Yet, here we are in 2023, in the 21st century, at the verge of the age of Aquarius, in this time and space of humanity. And people, I find in my Ayurvedic practice and frequency healing space, they are still not doing what they know is the right thing to do. So, one of the primordial causes of disease, and we're not going to talk about the other two today, but I just wanted to mention about the failure of the intellect. So this is what Dr. Mark Halpern says in his book. So you know that I love his books. So I quote from this. Don't take my word for it. Our ego is attached to how we act now, not how we'd like to act or how we know deep inside that we should act in order to be healthy. That makes change very difficult because the ego controls our ordinary way of being and perceives change as its own death. I know that this could be really just a heavy duty stuff, and I understand that, but I also understand, as I am a human being as well, and I am a soul living a human experience, that I have these. I know exactly what I should be doing in most of the cases, and there are many cases that I actually have not done what's best for me. But life teaches us lessons, and I'd love to get you guys at prevention rather than, as Ayurvedic medicine is primarily about prevention, about the knowledge of life. Ayurveda means the knowledge of life. So I'd love you to take that knowledge and integrate it. I have noticed also with a few of you, I'm so grateful for in this space, and you guys have been wonderful souls in my healing space, and I am so very honored that I was chosen to assist you and guide you in your healing journey. And I have seen so many of you reach so many target points and results in your health and wellness. So I am so thrilled and actually empowered by what I see that we achieve in this space at Wellness Wave Creations. But I also have noted that there are some of you who, God bless your hearts, you've paid for services, you have been delivered assessments, and you have been given protocols, a list of stuff to not do, but integrate. So, what you need to understand is that your own health does not lie in the power of some outside source. It is in you. You've got the power to make these changes, and I promise that your biofield, whether it is your body, your mind, or your spirit, there are, the biofield knows how to repair itself when you decide to do the right thing for you. And while there is something for everyone, not everything is for everyone, if that makes sense as well. So you need to find your own unique match, so there is no square peg with a round hole problem. And this is why, look at my previous video, which we're going to be linking here for you to view, because this is exactly what I was speaking about, to find your own unique, individualized, personalized wellness code. And I'm not joking with you. This is as real and as unique as your fingerprint. That's how different we all are, but we're all comprised of the same 5 elements. And actually, there are ways to know our exact human design in this very ancient and still standing true system of medicine and healing of Ayurveda. So I am super passionate of, and as Ayurveda evolved, and shortly after, the Chinese medicine has taken from Ayurvedic findings of the old wise rishis of the Indus Valley. And so whether you're looking at Chinese medicine and actually how they are comprised of, or they believe also in the elemental theories, but they just put an extra couple of things there. I think metal and wood being the 2 extra ones that they would add somehow to air, ether, fire, water, and earth. So anyways, you see a lot of successes in healing, whether you look at Ayurvedic medicine or you look at Chinese medicine, by the way. So it is all based on the fact that you've got the power, that you actually, by self-awareness, you're going to be fostering and understanding the solutions that are suitable for you. And so it is your responsibility to be healthy. It is not the government's responsibility or your family doctors. Because, by the way, don't even get me going on that, because I'm not going to actually be able to post this on YouTube. But anyhow, there is a very limited system. The system that the allopathic medicine at that level works with. I will exclude from this comment all the surgeons. They're super needed, their expertise and their knowledge and their technical skills of repairing us are highly valued. And there's a space and time for allopathic medicine, and I truly believe that. I am a person who have been saved by folks in a hospital after giving birth, having some difficulties at the time, a little bit of stuff that went sideways afterwards. And if it wasn't for those wonderful surgeons, I would not be here today. So yes, my acknowledgement is there 100%, but you don't want to get there. So let's hope we don't need to get there. And in order to prevent us getting into those spaces, we need to take care of our own self, and it is our responsibility. So no, you cannot look to anybody else to be responsible for you, not in the physical body's healing processes and not in the mind processes. You need to feed the physical body with the right things. You need to feed the mind with the right things. You need to make sure that whatever impressions that are coming into your space and into your 5 senses are harmonious. And then, trust you me, the body will follow suit and will be acting harmoniously because of your proactive and preventive actions in place. Yes. Okay, so once again, I wanted to say that I am asking you guys to please revisit your protocols if you've ever done any work with me, and understand them as not as a to-do list, but understand the why, and why will help you to integrate those messages into your day-to-day life. And that is what's going to make the difference. All these little tiny steps, nothing of the big fancy things. No, small increments of implementation, easier on the system, not aggressive, not difficult to implement them, easy, 1 to 2 things at a time. You don't need to do everything all at once. That's why people fail. They get overwhelmed. It's just too much. Like, where do I start? Start with one thing, one at a time you go. And one small step is where a whole big new journey starts. So I promise you that my healing journey has been going on for 16 years. And of course, I'm sure throughout my whole life, it's been 16 years. And it's a process every day that people don't see that, because I do it at home in the mornings. I do my spiritual routine. I do my exercise, even when I am dreading it, like honest to believe me, like this morning, I was, for example, dreading it, but I did it. And every time I do it, I feel so much better. So I discipline myself. I know I need to hold myself accountable to that space. Otherwise, what do I expect to come back at me, right? Okay, so we'll talk about this discipline and the failure of the intellect more, and or in relation as to how we should be implementing new habits, and how we should integrate our knowledge. So I'm not talking to you guys about knowledge right now, and I'm a nerdy girl, and you guys know it because I always have the books. I've got the books, I've got other books, I've got a lot of reading. My house is the library, man. I mean, people just go and trip in books here because I've got them everywhere, and I've got notes everywhere, and it is a true story. But knowledge alone is not going to take you anywhere. Integration of that knowledge will become knowing. And when you get to that space, your biofield won't even allow you to fault yourself. So I love you to be in that space where you understand that eventually it is your power in your own hand that will make the big difference. I'm here to guide. Other people are there to guide. You know, you can go for one Reiki session and it'll be great, but it's not going to do a whole lot. Okay? You can go for one massage and it'll feel awesome, but it's not going to do anything more than that. You'll feel good, or maybe actually you'll feel sore afterwards, because you're going to be facing what we call Herxheimer reaction, which means things are going to get a little worse before they get better. Because we move toxins, we move the body and the system, we kind of stoke it and disturb it so that we can start a healing process. And most people actually quit because of the discomfort of it after 1 or 2 sessions. There's no award unless you have worked. You don't get rewarded halfway through a marathon, man. Nobody gives a damn. You gotta go and crack it all the way to the end. You got to get to the finale. You got to rip that ribbon. You have got to get there, then you get rewarded, right? I mean, you've never seen an athlete getting a medal for, quitting halfway. So what I wanted to just rant on today is for you to know that you've got the power, that it is your responsibility. And at the end, Ayurveda says, health is your personal responsibility. So start with being aware, get your wellness code, check out my other video, and let me know your thoughts and how I can help you to get to your own code so that you can really take that and open a lot of doors with it. Okay, namaste. It's a beautiful Friday here, long weekend here in Canada. We are apparently to have a couple of weeks of sun and real summer finally. So go and dip into a pool, go out to beautiful nature, ground yourselves, enjoy the sun, go to the beach where you can get all the 5 elements, and it's the actual best place on earth to kind of get all back to alignment, because you've got ether with the space, you've got water, you've got air, you've got fire, which is the sun, and you've got the sand, which is the earth energetics. So namaste, have fun. See you soon on the next one. Bye.